Hey everyone, in this video we're going to go over the Betsniper horse racing tool. This is going to be a quick video just explaining where everything is and the information you're seeing, and we'll have some more content coming out, getting more deeper into the strategies, how to think about being profitable betting on horse racing. So this is our odds screen, which is where everything you will need is. First off, we'll just go over the top of the page, which is just where your filters are, so you can turn on whichever races you want to look at, whether it's today or tomorrow, what regions you want to filter for. Then you've also got the next to go. So this is just like you'd see on a bookmaker. And then you've got the race information, and then some more filters custom for this page. So you can filter for different books, toggle on and off runner information. This odds change filter is another color variation on these odds to help you see where odds may be stale or where odds have dropped 20% recently or 50%. So you can kind of get these different variations in the color tiles to help you better understand where odds are moving. And then we've also got a speed map for those interested in that. And lastly, you are able to toggle on win and place markets. And in this far corner, we are able to change the race and then also select which race we want to look at. Now let's take a look at the odds table. And so each row is going to be a separate runner. And for each runner, we've got some information that might be useful to you, as well as the ability to add it to the black book or set up price alerts. We then have modeled pricing from Betfair. So they've got their hub rated price, which can be a decent benchmark, and then their projected starting price. And the Betfair starting price is the price that we use for like CLV or for closing line value, as it tends to be one of the sharpest references in the market at close. We've then got the live back and lay prices for Betfair, as well as the liquidity available on those. And we're also calculating fair odds in the market based on using a top-down approach by taking the market average and removing the VIG. We also show the best price and then how it compares to the average price in the market. And then we've just got the odds for the bookmakers that we're currently scraping. On the odds screen page, we've got 3 different betting modes: promos, bonus turnover, and mug bets. We'll go over each of these 3 modes. The promos tool will help you find EV bets to place using promotions on your account. We map in the current promotions that we know are available, but often you will have custom promos on your account that you can add by yourself. So if I just wanted to add a sports bet promo for a run second, third, and I can go applies to all races here, add promo. Now that sports bet promo is on my account. And so to see the best plays for sports bet, I open this up and I've now got my sports bet promo plays. So just quickly on the left here, you input your promo amount. So $50 is pretty standard. And then how much of that promo you're going to retain. This is actually quite an important number. We think it's very achievable to get 80% with a bit of patience. The more you can retain of your promotion, the more EV these strategies are. So definitely want to try and aim for as high as possible. 70 is very achievable. 80 is also a very achievable number if you spend a bit of time on the key racing days, as well as use our other bonus converting tools. And so what we're showing is if you use this promotion, what your expected EV payouts will be. And so there are 2 strategies for all of these different betting modes that we can talk about. The first is just the back-only strategy. And so what back-only strategy is we put our $50 promotion on Jackalope to win. We've calculated Jackalope to have a 30% chance of winning and a 47% chance of coming second and third. So based on those expected probabilities, where we convert our second and third we convert the $50 bonus bet by 80%, the expected value of this is $8.93, which is 17.8% of how much you're betting. That's the back-only strategy. There's also an alternative strategy, which is the back and lay strategy by hedging. And so what this is you put your promotion on Jackalope, but in this instance, we're hoping it comes second or third. So the payouts are, if it comes second or third, we convert our bonus bet at 80%. So that happens 47% of the time. And the other 53% of the time, we're laying our bet on Betfair and that bet is winning. When you hover over here, it tells you what you need to do. So in this instance, you would lay $28 at $5 on Betfair. But in this instance, that wouldn't be a very good decision because your net result would be negative $5. The reason it's not a great bet right now is because the lay price at $5 is much higher than $2.80. This race is in 7 minutes. So if you were to look at a race coming up much closer, so in this instance, you can see that the back price is 240, the lay price is 252, and it's actually quite a good, it's actually a better return to back lay here than just to back. All the values you need to bet are here, and then you're also able to quickly back it either as a EV bet and just play the win, or you're able to back both your back bet and your lay bet and track your hedge results as well. The second mode is the bonus turnover mode. Once you get all these bonus bets, we need to turn them over. And so one of the strategies to turn them over is doing it on horse racing. So the inputs for this betting mode is just what is the bonus bet, and then you're also able to filter the options they're showing you for a certain retention percentage. As we were saying before, 70 is good. We probably want to aim for 80% because a big part of how much EV you're going to get out of this experience is how well can you convert these bonus bets that you're getting. So over here, we're showing what the live odds are at these different bookmakers. And then we have our two different strategies. We have our punt strategy and we have our lay strategy. And so with punting it, what we're doing is we're calculating the fair price. And so for instance, this top one right here, the fair price is $24.81, which means there's a 4% chance of winning. So when you put a $50 bonus bet on something that has a 4% chance of winning, so your payout will be the odds times by the expected chance of winning. And because the bonus bet is effectively free, that is your payout. And so this payout isn't a fixed payout, but it's estimated that if you were to make this bet in infinity, that is what your expected return will be. Now, the other option is instead of just punting the bonus bet, you're able to bet the bonus bet and then hedge it on Betfair. And that gives you a fixed payout no matter what happens. If the horse wins, you win your bonus bet and you lose your liability on Betfair. And if the horse doesn't win, then you lose your bonus bet, which was effectively free, and you win whatever you staked on Betfair. And so what we show here is what the live Betfair price is, what you need to lay, and then what your conversion will be given that strategy. Now you can see these are all below what we would recommend, and this is because the race is still in a little while. Most of these opportunities will appear within less than 5 minutes of the race starting. We've also shown you what the price of certainty is. Now in most instances, it's actually a better strategy to punt the bonus bet. But as you can see in this first example, you're actually getting more edge if you play the certain strategy, but that's not always the case. And lastly, let's talk about mug betting. So mug betting is effectively the idea of placing non-promotional bets. If you're only placing promotional bets on your account, it's going to be a really easy flag to the bookmakers. And so what we want to try and do is place some normal bets. Now, because these margins are so big on horse racing, bookmakers love punters betting on racing because with no knowledge, most punters are already starting 30% behind the bookies because of how much margin there are on these races. So what we're trying to do with mug betting is we're trying to choose bets that have the smallest amount of margin so that we pay a little tax, but we also look like a retail bettor. So the inputs for this tool are just how much are you going to stake and then how much are you willing to pay as a price. We would advise no more really than 5%, but because of how big these margins are on races, 5% won't be super common, and they're definitely only going to be common near the start of races. Like the other tools, we have two options. We can either punt it, or we can lay it off and have a fixed guaranteed payout. So if we punt it, what we're doing is this number is the expected amount we're going to lose by doing this bet. The actual payouts are either going to be we win the bet, and that's great, or we lose the bet. But over the long run, if we were to play this bet at these fair odds, at these bookie odds, we're expected to lose $5.94, which is about 12% of the cost. As we said earlier, that's probably quite expensive to do, but everyone will have their own preferences with mug betting. The other strategy you can do with mug betting is rather than running that variant, you can also just lay it off at Betfair. So if we take this example, we would put our bet on at $2.90, and then currently the lay price is $3.30, so we would lay $45, and that would give us a fixed payout no matter what of $8 loss, $9 loss, and that's an 18% cost. These opportunities will be much better closer to the start of races and in larger liquidity races, but if you are looking to put some normal mug bets through your account, this can be a great way to do it. You might also notice some of these tags come up on screen. So these tags are showing you where there are promo opportunities with that race. And this, if you click it, you're able to track it, but it also explains to you what the strategy is. And it has both the back it strategy and then the hedge it strategy. There are also EV tags. So right now you can see this 440 price is actually greater than the fair price. So this would just be a straight EV bet, no promotion on it. And so that EV tag will come up on the screen when those opportunities arise. Okay, and just quickly we'll go through the other tools. So the EV scanner is just showing you all the EV bets that are in the market currently. You can filter for when the race is starting. The back lay tab is showing you all the potential ARBs, bonus conversions, mug bet opportunities, and lay value opportunities in the market at once. The promos page is just outlining what all the promos are today and then what current bets you could place on these promos. The day plan puts together all the promotions and then shows you how much you can expect to make if you played all of these, and also helps you organize your day and think about when is the best time to be online versus not, because you obviously want to spend as much time betting where there are promotions. The Steam and Drifters are just showing you which odds have been getting smashed in, Steamers, and then which odds have been drifting out, the Drifters. This is your alert page, so you can set up alerts from the odds screen. The Dutching page just shows you if there's any opportunities for race-wide arbing. We've also got the black book where if you start saving your runners or jockeys that you can start to get notifications when they've got a race on. And then lastly, there's a results page that you can look through to see the results of the races of the day. Feel free to send us a message if you have any questions. Otherwise, happy sniping.